I'm just going through the protocol right now. So, yesterday I was riding a bike. Today I was limited in practice. So, just kind of going through the steps that you need to go through.
Can you describe what happened on Saturday? How you hit your head and then you came back in. Did you feel
Yeah,
foggy
no,
or?
I felt okay. I just wasn't as sharp as you'd like to be to play it at a high level. So at that point I figured, well, I should probably, before I do more damage, I should probably just, you know, get this figured out. So.
Was it an actual concussion or just something else?
I've never had an actual concussion to this point. I mean, it was different. You ding your head, and then that happens in football. But I'm not sure exactly what it was.
That huddle, were you in the huddle right before you guys had to call timeout? What was the issue
I don't know if it was personnel or I just I was looking at the guys in the huddle and I was thinking it was the wrong personnel for the play, and so I just like I said, I wasn't as sharp as you need to be to play quarterback.
So what did you do in practice today?
I threw some routes and
Okay.
watched all the team kind of stuff, threw a little 7-on-7, but not what I do on a normal Tuesday practice, but I was out there being able to watch and learn it like you need to be able to.
And what's the plan for tomorrow?
We'll talk to Mike Mole and see what he's got for me, but I feel good now, so I'm sure we'll just keep moving forward.
Is it nice to know you have the backing of coaches that even if Bart goes in and does a good game, you don't have to look over your shoulder or anything like that this is yours as long as you're healthy?
Yeah, that's reassuring knowing that. It was obviously disappointing not being able to play that game, but I know this staff has a lot of confidence in me, and I got confidence in myself that when I am healthy and ready to go, that I'll be able to get the job done.
What did you think of the job Bart did from whenever you're able to watch, whether it was afterward or whenever you saw
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. Those weren't the easiest conditions to throw the ball in. I thought he did a good job, kind of cutting the wind and throwing it hard. And more than anything, I thought he just let himself go out and play and have fun with it.
So Joe, what did they check? How did they check you out after you went out after that hit and before you came in for the next series? What did they do?
Well, they give you words to remember, and I remembered them all. And they ask you the date and just stuff like that. And I remembered everything. I knew the date and where I was and the score and the situation, everything like that. Which I know for some guys, when that happens, they don't know the score or where they are. So, I think I made it through the initial test and everything like that. But once I got back in and started playing, I realized I wasn't mentally at where I need to be able to play.
Tough to process things.
Just things weren't coming as quickly as they normally do.
So what did they talk to you on the sideline? What did they do once you got back over there the second time?
Then we just decided we should just head into the locker room and.
What did they do in the locker room for you?
The same kind of test, same kind of just a normal concussion test, date, and close your eyes and balance and stuff like that.
Did you pass that one?
Yeah, I balanced pretty good. I wasn't like I was aware of where I was and I could remember things. I just wasn't when you get dinged like that and you don't feel quite like yourself. It's better to play on the side of caution than to push it too much.
Did you think you were okay? Because you went back in. Did you think you were okay at that point?
Yeah, initially I thought I was fine, and then, when you're out there playing the game, you really need to process things quickly. You need to be able to, handle a lot of information, and it just wasn't coming as quickly to me as it normally does. So, that's when I figured I should, get this figured out.
So was your decision to say, hey, something's wrong, or could they tell something was wrong?
Yeah, after the timeout, then, Coach Chris also thought, it's, and the whole staff, everyone thought, at this point it's best to go back into the locker room and, get myself checked out.
So what kind of job is Finn McGrowley replacing Traylor?
I think he's done a really good job. I think Traylor, it's disappointing what happened to him because he had such a great start to the season, but, I think he'll get a chance to play again this year. It's just a matter of how quickly he recovers, but I think Troy, as a young guy, has done a good job. He was able to get some big catches in big games last year, and I think that gave him a lot of confidence going into this year, and I think that's just carried over.
Have you seen a change in practice as he got healthier? First he had the ankle, then he had the thumb.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, he had the ankle, and then he had the thumb, and he was kind of in and out, and he had his surgery, so he was out for a week with that. but the more he's been able to practice on 2 healthy ankles, and he's still got the little bit of a thumb thing on, but he still catches it pretty good. So I think he's really continued to grow every week.
Why do you think? Where's the confidence in Dieter? He's going to be the guy at center for the rest of the way. Where's your confidence in him?
I feel good with him. He played that whole Purdue game, and I thought he did a good job there. So it's just a matter of continuing to get reps for him. Making sure he's making the right calls and the right IDs for the run game, for the pass game, and stuff like that. But I think he's done. I think he's done a really good job in his limited time at center, and I think he'll just continue to get better at it.
How tough is it going to be without Rob for an extended period of time?
It's tough. That's kind of been our that's been our thing this year. We've Traylor's gone down. We lost Alex for half a game in a tough game. Now we lose Rob. We lost Dan. So that's just the way it's been for us this year. So we'll have other guys step up, and we'll just continue to battle.
Why do you think you guys have been so much better on third down the last few games?
I think we've made it more of a point of emphasis. And then I think guys have done a great job making plays. It's my job to make sure I'm trusting those guys and giving them a chance, and I think they've done a really good job just making plays down the field.
What did you guys do to make it a bigger emphasis?
We talk it a lot in meetings. We talk it a lot on the practice field, but especially just knowing how detailed we are in meetings, knowing what looks that we can expect to see, and how we want to attack different looks. When everyone's on the same page and clicking like that, we can be pretty efficient on third downs.
Going back to you, how do you balance just the long-term health, the concerns about your head and everything, and then this being your senior year and wanting to take advantage of every opportunity on the field?
Yeah, I think you just kind of follow the protocol, do kind of what the trainers are saying, and right, with a head injury you gotta be as smart as you can with it. The good thing for me is when I do go back to practice, I'm at no risk of being hit until a Saturday. So that extra banging and pounding and stuff isn't really an issue for me. It's just a matter of making sure that I feel as good as I can.